Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Formula Vee, this time at Oran Park South. It's a very short course, a couple of technical corners, and put your brake bias 2 clicks forward if you want to follow mine. So normally I have it 4 back, this time 2 forward. The reason for that is the back end gets very, very slippy in turn 1. So trying to make that as safe as possible around here. And yeah, let's start the lap. Okay, so as usual, loaded into this test session from the Vee schedule. So hopefully the wind weather conditions will be the same for everyone. So as we start the hot lap, we're smashing it down the right-hand side, and we're looking for the end of this wall where the green starts coming up. And then we're going to take quite a shallow entry to try and reduce the lateral movement, trailing it off, only braking up to about 70% now. We're not wanting to lock up her front with this increased forward brake bias. We're now flat all the way through here. We're not going to brake going into turn 4. We're going to get nice and wide onto the right, drop it down to about 10% and slowly increase the power. If you look on the telemetry there's no big spikes because you will lose the rear. Very fast corner. I changed up to 4th here, but when I left it in 3rd, it didn't actually make any difference to the time. I just didn't like the screaming. And this final corner, we're just braking up to about 40%, trailing it off, getting back on the gas nice and early, not hit the wall on exit. And there we have it, a 1, no, it's not even a 1. It's at 47.611. Very short lap. Okay, I think this is going to be the shortest breakdown lap I've ever done. So, as I said before, we're looking for the end of this wall on the right-hand side where the green wall starts, okay? I'm going to start turning in. I'm going to start aiming for an early apex here, early apex. So we're going really quite shallow in here, and we're braking up to about 70%, and then we're just going to start trailing that off as we get towards the apex. And it seems like you're waiting an age, then you drop it down to 3rd gear and give it full beans as soon as you do that. So now we are on the gas the whole time. You can see I'm just doing a bit of correcting with the old steering wheel. Get back over to the left-hand side. We're completely flat here, but make full use, widen the track on entry as I'm doing here. Cutting the corner, and then cutting the corner again. Very nice and wide on entry to turn 4. So we want to be getting over onto this rumble strip. And then as we, the end of the red and yellow ends, we're going to do a big lift down to, what's that, 10, 15%. And now I'm slowly building back up. So as you can see, I'm not lowering my pressure at any stage. I'm getting back onto 100% as I leave the rumble strip on the left-hand side. It is a bit slippy. And yeah, I changed up there. When I didn't change up, there was no difference in speed, but it did really annoy me, the screaming. This final, from the engine that is. Right, this final braking zone, it's just as we go into the dip here, and we're just going to brake up to about 50%, and again, trailing it off, dropping it down to 3rd gear, and we're getting back on the gas nice and early, hooking our left-hand tyres on the inside curbing here, but you don't want to actually go onto the grass because it's really difficult to get back out in a race if you've had a spin there. And make sure you don't run into the wall. And that's it. Driving line version coming up next. Okay, one final run through with the driving line on. As always, thanks for watching. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week.